What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be talking about Alter Bridge and their second studio album. So there's a lot to talk with this album, so let's just kind of get right into it. So this video hopefully isn't too long. Um, One of the biggest, actually probably the biggest change from the first album to the second album that a lot of people forget about is the fact that they changed record labels. Um, Wind Up Records wanted them to be the next Creed. They just kind of wanted them to pick up where they left off. Creed was very successful, a lot of radio singles, and in a lot of radio singles, a lot of popularity. There's a lot of money to be made. So, as a record company, they were like, why don't you just keep doing that? Um, but Alter Bridge really feel like they couldn't express themselves um, as much as they wanted to um, with Wind Up Records. If they wanted to continue to be Creed, then they would have just gone under the name Creed. But they wanted to be authentically Alter Bridge, and they wanted to kind of evolve their sound and kind of do more of their own thing. So they signed with Universal Records. What I'm guessing was more of a liberating experience for the band, just musically and creatively. They just kind of got to do their own thing and kind of find their own sound, and so much so that they even started working with their now longtime producer. He's still with the band to this day, Michael Basquet, um, who has worked on all their albums except for their first one, obviously. Um, has a really good sense, has a really good friendship with the band, good relationship, has a really good sense of what he wants the band to sound like, and it's kind of what you want in a producer, just like a real fan of your music, so that he can get the best out of you, out of your performance, things of that nature. Also, Miles plays guitar on an Alter Bridge record for the first time. With the first album, with One Day Remains, he didn't play guitar because he was just kind of this recruited guy um, that the rest of the band just kind of picked up, and Mark at this point had all the songs written, so Miles just came in and kind of sang over the top of them. So I think it was Mark who like heard him play guitar. Before this album, the band didn't really know what Miles could offer on guitar, and I think Mark just happened to hear Miles playing some guitar, and he was like, okay, like I guess the band has got a second guitarist now permanently. So yeah, it's just kind of funny how it happened. Yeah, Miles is playing mostly rhythm, but yeah, he plays. He's a second guitarist for Alter Bridge, and it kind of creates a more sort of concrete sound, which is pretty cool. Let me look at my little cheat sheet over here, make sure I don't miss anything before we get into the track listing. Yeah, so with that being said, let's just jump into the tracks. First song on the album is called Ties That Bind. And this is just a really, really good song. I'm gonna try not to say that too much with this album, but spoiler: not all, but a lot of these songs on this album are really good for various different reasons. But a lot of songs on this album are just very good, plain and simple. Ties That Bind, a very a very fast paced riff, just sounds great. Um, you know, Ties That Bind lyrically about just things not holding you down. It's just kind of like it's just a cool rock song with a great fast paced riff. Um, Towards the end of the song, Mark lets out a solo, which is really good, and then at the very end of the song, they just play the riff just a little bit faster, just for good measure. Just a really fast paced, good hard rock song. Really good. Next song on the album is called Come to Life. And just another really just a really kind of groove heavy sort of riff, groove heavy hard rockin' riff. It's really really good. Um, what really stands out for me is Mark's backing vocals um, in the in the um, in the chorus. You know, Mark is also kind of coming into his own, sort of. He wouldn't like really come into his own for a few years down the line, but really coming into his own as a vocalist, and especially as a backing vocalist, he does really good here. And yeah, Mark does another really good solo towards the end of the song. Just another really really good hard rock song. All right, next song on the album is called Brand New Start. And um, here's where things start to slow down a bit. Um, you know, we will make a brand new start. You kind of, this isn't a negative, but like, we will make a brand new start from the pieces that fall apart. There's kind of everything you need to know about this song in that one line. It's not a bad thing. Um, God, how we ache to be free. We'll make a brand new start from the pieces that fall apart. Um, and once again, Mark lets out a really, really good solo towards the end of the song. One of those solos that it's kind of quiet and just kind of builds and builds into this great thing. Little bit slower, but it doesn't demean the value of the song. Really good song, even though it's the first kind of change for the album. Really good. Next song on the album is called Buried Alive. And to me, when you put a solo at the beginning of the song, it's always kind of hit and miss, because I've never been a huge fan of just like transitional solos, kind of like we don't know what to put here, so let's put a solo to get from here to here. When solos are done at the beginning of the song and they're done well, they're done very tastefully. As long as they're not just like a transition piece where a guitar player is just kind of like, just kind of putting their fingers all over the neck. It's a really good solo. Lyrically, Buried Alive, you get the sense that this song is about like alcohol abuse and alcohol addiction, and just feeling buried, just feeling trapped. But this song can really be about anything that you want it to be. Even though Miles talks about uh, a whiskey smile with a black tooth grin. You get the sense that this is just kind of the writer just feels like really helpless and really trapped, buried alive. But he sees hope. Let me breathe again. Show me where I begin. Find the will to change before I lose everything. Really, really solid guitar work from both players on this song. And then Mark lets out another really good solo towards the end of the song. I know that's kind of predictable, especially when they put kind of solos like towards the end, but like it works really well for these songs. It works really well for this album so far. And if it fits the song, it fits the song. Oh well, right? Yeah, just another really good song. All right, next song on the album is called Coming Home. It's the chorus, this like sort of like I don't want to say bouncy, but like you gotta give props for Miles to singing this like difficult kind of all over the place as far as notes go, sort of chorus, and it really kind of brings that extra flair to the album. Just kind of brings that extra something new, that extra spark to this album. Just a really good, just composed song, and especially with the rhythm of Miles' vocals, it just works really well. It's really fresh, it's really new, and it just kind of adds this song just kind of adds a spark to the album that's very nice. All right, next song on the album is called Before Tomorrow Comes. So this song to me has always been kind of eh. But it has its moments. The line that sticks out to me the most is, "Will I be defined by things I could have been? I guess time will only tell." Um, as someone who kind of procrastinates and has dreams and takes a while to realize those dreams and like isn't the biggest go getter in life. I definitely relate to that. That's pretty cool. Will I be defined by things I could have been? Um, don't let it be before tomorrow comes. Like, you know, go get it today. Um, kind of, what's the point in waiting? Life is too short. That sort of thing. Um, like lyrically, although I connect with this song in pieces, and it's a somewhat well written song. It's just kind of I don't come back to it that often, but I'll still listen to it occasionally. So yeah. All right, next song on the album is called "Rise Today," and much like a lot of other songs in rock and metal history, not a lot, but you know the ones I'm talking about. Like "Seek and Destroy" by Metallica. Th- Songs that are only really meant to, um, if you want to feel the full effect, you kind of have to hear them live because they're so repetitive and so like anthem-ish, um, that they serve a major purpose when played live in concert. You get the whole crowd chanting, "I want to rise today and change this world." So yeah, if you want to get the full value of the song, go hear it live. It the you know the I mean the song itself is okay. The bridge, seems to me that we found each other wrong was the enemy, just your brother all along. Um, the the verses themselves are good. They're okay, but yeah, um, this is a this is a live song that happens to be in a studio. So, yeah, that's "Rise Today." All right, next song on the album is called "Blackbird," the title track, and wow. Um, So, first of all, this song is about, it's a tribute to a friend of Miles. I believe it was like his first guitar teacher, and he had recently passed away. And apparently, according to Miles, the lyrics came pretty quickly, and it was a song that he was able to write well and put a lot of emotion into. I mean, trying to quote the whole um, without trying to quote the whole song, I mean, "Blackbird, fly away, let the wind carry you home." So, as blackbirds in general aren't seen as like the most pristine creatures, but Miles puts a really good spin on just um, like when the blackbird flies away, just kind of like this freeing sort of spiritual, just kind of like your soul leaving the body and like not being in pain anymore, and just this really freeing concept that I can just really get behind. um Standing you find no resistance, know that you've made such a difference. Not only am I going to pay tribute to you, but you've made such a contribution to other people's lives that will live on forever. The cycle of suffering goes on. I don't know if this person died from like a well-known illness or something. That line kind of believes me, leads me to believe that this person had died from like a well-known illness. Cycle of suffering goes on, but the memories of you stay strong. Someday I too will fly and find you again. Not only like will we meet in heaven, but like, um, I will fly and find you again. Just kind of that, once again, just kind of brings it all back to the bird. And then we get to the solos, back to back solos from both Miles and Mark. For my money, Miles' solo is better than Mark's, um, but that can be debated. They're both just seen as really great solos from two really great musicians. Um, and yeah, the last note that Miles hits, he just like belts it out, and he just, for that last time, he's just trying to really convey that emotion and really dig deep and in his soul and find this note that he just belts out in sorrow and agony and respect and honor. Um, yeah, longest song on the album at 8 minutes and well deserved. Next song on the album is called One by One. So this song is, I mean, we're talking about tributes here. Um, the perfect tribute slash memorial to our fallen troops. Um, Chorus, verse, just amazing. One by one, the brave will fall. Life is lost again. They gave it all. Um, and not only that, but just just remembering them and not not forgetting the sacrifices that they've made in daily life. It's really easy to remember. When you have things like Memorial Day and Labor Day, it's really easy to forget kind of why we have those holidays. So it's really important to look back on things and remember why things are the way they are, because we have men and women that are willing to sacrifice their lives, and we need to be grateful as a society and as a nation. Um, the riff, the main riff, is very bouncy. It's very intricate. It sounds very cool. Um, yeah, just a really great, solid rock song. All right, Watch Over You is the next song. This is basically the ballad of the album. And once again, kind of with Rise today, but a very different sense. If you want to get your full money's worth on this song, go watch Miles play it solo acoustically. It's amazing. Look it up on YouTube right now, of course, after you like and comment and subscribe on this video. But yeah, go look it up. Right after you watch this video, go look it up. If you ever get the chance to go see Alter Bridge live and the band plays this song, it is an absolute treat. Just you can really appreciate every single nuance of Miles's voice when you actually hear this song played live in person. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Um, Lyrically, it's pretty interesting because it's Watch Over You. It's kind of about a person who has kind of taken care of somebody, and when I'm gone, who will break your fall? It's not a aggressive sort of angry song. It's just more of a general loving wondering. Who will ease your pain? Um, who will you blame it on? Possibly someone who's kind of like, you know, bitten the hand that feeds it. That sort of scenario. Um, but even though it asks some tough questions, it's handled very gently and very, very lovingly. Yeah, that's Watch Over You. All right, next song on the album is called "Break Me Down," and I don't see how you don't. I don't see how you don't see this as anything other than filler. It just is. "Break Me Down." Everything you need to know about this song is basically in the title. Talks about, like, breaking down and falling, and it has its moments, but this song is just it's filler. I rarely ever listen to it. I just listened to it for the first time in a while, not too long ago, because I was preparing for this review. But yeah, Break Me Down. It's the filler of the album. Not bad. All right. next song on the album is called White Knuckles. And kind of like Ties That Bind, just a fast, energetic, dare I say, fun, um, just a fun, like hard rock song. And I don't mean that in like a party sort of way. It's high energy, it's aggressive, it's just I hope it doesn't sound I hope I don't sound like a wimp when I just say this song is just fun to listen to. Hopefully, rock can be fun even though it's heavy and serious and blah blah blah. Hopefully rock can just be fun to listen to sometimes. Um, yeah, White Knuckles. I love the line. Opinions are all provided, especially with the chorus. Only the strong survive. You kind of get this sense of like this dog eat dog sort of world. Um, the bridge is amazing. The chorus is amazing. The verses are both fantastic. Um, just a great high energy song. And the last song on the album is called Wayward One. And this song, okay, so it's good. It's it probably shouldn't close the album. If I could switch uh, the title track and this song um, up on the track listing, I'd be happy. For many reasons. First of all, I'm gonna kind of go back to Blackbird for a second. This the title track just doesn't how epic it is, how grandiose it is. It doesn't deserve to be just like the eighth song of a 13 song album. Just kind of like stuck in the middle there. I would much prefer Wayward One. Even though this is a good song, it kind of deserves to be more stuck in the middle, quote unquote, than Blackbird does. It kind of having Blackbird be the eighth song on the album just kind of does it a disservice, kind of does it some injustice. But yeah, you get what you get, and Wayward One is the last song on the album. Kind of a um, and the reason I kind of compare Wayward One and Blackbird is because they're both slower, emotional songs. Obviously, I'm not saying that Wayward One is better because, quite frankly, it's not. But they're both kind of in the same vein ish. Don't kill me, please. Kind of in a similar style. Both just slower, emotional. And this song, Wayward One, it's just kind of about healing, um, whether that's emotional healing or healing broken relationships, broken, childhoods. It's a very good emotional song, and even though it's on the slower side, it's still very good, very impactful, and yeah, but given that Blackbird is on this album, it shouldn't have closed the album. Blackbird should have closed the album, but that's just my thought. So yeah, that's basically it for the review. Closing thoughts. So, in every sense of the word, you get a very good. I don't want to use the word sense like twice in two sentences. You get a very good sense that this is just Alter Bridge coming into their own skin. Alter Bridge becoming Alter Bridge. And I can't say it more plainly than that. But yeah, from production value to a songwriting value to guitar solos, just this is Alter Bridge being comfortable in their own skin, and I couldn't be happier for them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this album. What part of my opinions do you agree with? What part of my opinions do you disagree with? Thank you so much for watching. God bless, guys. Bye-bye.